Natalia Grace, the adoption story from hell in Good American Family. At first, I didn't know what was true and what wasn't. Actress Imogen Faith Reed admits this when discussing the story of Natalia Grace, the character she plays in Hulu's Good American Family, which just aired its series finale. Based on the real story of Christine and Michael Barnett, Ellen Pompeo, and Mark Duplass, adopting Natalia, a child with dwarfism, it morphed into one of the strangest, most disturbing true stories in recent memory. In what became a huge tabloid scandal, Natalia was accused of lying about her age, pretending to be a child. Christine was convinced that Natalia was trying to scam her family out of money so she could have surgeries. The Barnetts successfully petitioned to have Natalia's legal age changed from 8 to 22, moving her into an apartment to live on her own. The Barnetts were later charged with neglecting a dependent, which the finale of Good American Family focuses on. As one can imagine, given all of that, Natalia Grace was an enormous role to take on. The character, at different times, has to feel like the very genesis of evil, a helpless young girl, a manipulative con artist, and a young adult woman yearning for justice. That's especially daunting when you consider that Natalia is Reed's first ever speaking role, and the level of trauma that she portrays in the finale episode. Though the story of Natalia Grace was a media sensation stateside in Reed's native United Kingdom, the story gained minimal traction. In an interview with the Daily Beast's Obsessed, Reed said she never heard of Natalia Grace before the series. In her research, she only found a single discussion of the story in UK media. But Reed was struck by the sheer volume of representation of the ordeal in America. Being a little person, there has been limited acting opportunities for Reed. I truly never thought that I would be in a position to play a role like this, Reed said. She didn't speak to the real Natalia to prepare for this role. I knew early on that I wanted to do my own version of Natalia. I wanted to show the empowerment and justice that I think her voice deserves on the show. Reed hopes that if Natalia does watch, she sees the passion that I put into my version of her. Before Good American Family, Reed primarily worked as a body double and stand-in. But when creator Katie Robbins saw Reed's audition tape, she knew she found her Natalia. It was like those old stories you hear of people wandering into Schwab's in Los Angeles and just saying, "Oh my God, you're going to be a star." It was that kind of thing, Robbins said. She was very childlike, and suddenly, there would be these little moments where just behind her eyes, you'd think, is there something more to this person and what is she capable of? Robbins continued. That she could do all that in a self-tape was really something. When we first meet Natalia Grace in Good American Family, it's 2010, and Natalia is 7. We see her through the perspective of her adoptive mother, Christine. While Natalia is initially sweet and angelic, the mask soon slips, revealing a monstrosity hell-bent on tearing Christine's family apart. She wields a knife over Christine as she sleeps, sprays bleach in her coffee, and more. Christine becomes convinced that Natalia is secretly an adult trying to con her family. To prepare for these scenes, Reed took inspiration from a surprising source. I really loved Angelina Jolie in Girl, Interrupted, and I think some of Natalia's more devilish moments are channeling her, she said. One of Reed's biggest acting challenges came in episode 5 of Good American Family, when the perspective shifts from the Barnetts to Natalia. After successfully petitioning for Natalia's legal age to be changed, the Barnetts move her to an apartment where she lives on her own. When we finally see things through Natalia's perspective, the revelation is shocking. Suddenly, this demonic adult conning an innocent family is who she actually is, a young, helpless child. A lot of the shift was showing the pain Natalia went through, Reed said. It was so challenging, because from Christine's perspective, Natalia is quick. She's always one step ahead. She's manipulative. She knows everything before you do, and you need to know when to switch. Episode 5 shows Natalia's day-to-day life, abandoned and left to fend for herself. She can't wash her hair, can't do all sorts of things because she has dwarfism, but mostly because she's an 8-year-old child. What 8-year-old can look after themselves? Reed said. The finale of Good American Family is set in 2022. Natalia is now an adult and living with the man's family. The episode focuses on the court case that lays bare the unthinkable abuse Natalia endured by the Barnett family. That includes the discovery of tens of thousands of Facebook messages between Christine and Michael, which discuss Natalia in shocking